marks once we make knowledge, boy, is when the run and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my arc field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra, core and heel, pound the pavement. Sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path. Simple, highest form, spirituality's how you teach math. A humble beast is still a beast. Now feel the beast wrath, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its quorums. Establish Big Ma house so she may restore him. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grist of their cash. Sad cat, watch videos without the subliminals. Predictive programming, weirdo sprung menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, black minerals, the water and skies I fry. Nuclear chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beasts and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next pop to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox. Off the chart, I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when the run and bass drops. Look, earlier I received an upload, was told to reach out, touch those, crush foes, speak out, bust flows, duck woes, balance the ups and lows, open windows, shut doors. Pay attention to what grows and what doesn't, what was and what wasn't. Rare is what I've been ever since I was born. At the commencement, I adorn squash, beans, and corn. Lots of strings and horns. Over the beat, swing of a one. Outdrum the outcome, the child of Atlas is back in action. Fact, not fashion. Most y'all internet has-beens, more like commercials with whack acting. From commercial to action, I'm laughing back up to laughing. I spit man, God, civilization, John G. Jackson, like a Gatlin, the last dragon. Cosmic memory of an Atlantean. E3 technology is who I am in skin. Walking the landmass as Atlas. Some say I'm batshit crazy, but that's the masses for you. Can you blame the people? Most been trained to be feeble, tame sheeple by the evil, who means to keep you cashless in the fastest society, where the vax and the mass are the blame for the dying spree. You the root race, they medieval. Eat the cheap food they feed you, or read through these fools. Restorer or rebel, can't play God unless acquainted with the devil. Polarity you choose, acquainted with its level. Frequency, distance is an illusion, so please unveil the confusion. Look beyond the shadow of the late hollow years, see the far and distant lands where tomorrow appears. Put it in perspective, decision of each being the latest, most accurate vision of peace, where each one teach one to reach one, freeze one from under the trees and stump of the impeached one. Remember, all skin folk are not kinfolk. While I hold a sword in my left hand, I write a pen to pen quotes. Word to see Lord L, I'ma be more hell to these foreigners till they leave our air, land, and seashore and sell their asses right back across that agua. Screw y'all's dishonorable dogma. Something proper with no lube. The past 25 years I've been the son of solitude. The oil that infuse my chakras, it's cruel. Love my people towards the evils, I'm heartless and rude. Firstborn of Inkle, the dawn of the twinkle. Twinkle little star, I got Brian and I could think too. I blink through a wrinkle in time, Rip Van Winkle and rhyme. And my shit stink too, could link you to source. Yes, you rather have AI sink you. I not only know the ledge, I'm on the brink too. They wanna extinct you, your essence is viable. Crimes against humanity, your oppressors liable. They try to bridle my recital, yet my presence vital as the session's title. Welcome to the seventh cycle. The heart of man is as the sun, the reception order for the divine ray of spiritual intuition descended unto man. The brain of man is as the moon, the source of human intellect. The body of man is the earthly vehicle. Let the sun impregnate the moon, or let the spiritual fire prompt the human intellect. And let the result fructify in the womb of a purified body. And you will develop the son of the sun, the quintessence, the stone of the wise, true wisdom, and perfect happiness. I teach you up.
What the goal of the billionaire class is to remake the world as a digital simulation, really, to digitalize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life, to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit and...
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, then left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. Ebola, worshiping pedophiles, wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system, irrigation, and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released from prison with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the Golem, bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control. What the goal of the billionaire class is to remake the world as a digital simulation, really, to digital structuralize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life, to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit and...
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace.
Nah, bro. Come on. Nah, come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. What's up?
I do it die for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide down. Blue sky but high ground. My crown slash helmet, so my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down or even seat belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked that caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. It bust off on some ices and veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly zone, haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the silver hand, but we're Hiller man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow our set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as your goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, while I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dated space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. Actor shape the state, use a fake, they fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I run best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel, or a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas Carol lies what your fans get. Your worlds and perils what I transmit as a transcript, or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the clock. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew, and everybody wants to get his own crew rich, and then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. I don't want to go for the pastor. I go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and crackers can't stand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people. I'm talking to you.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, with the earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the sci-fi. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, I got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Deaf and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real some warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Could've blown it in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or wet. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, but the earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech, yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, or turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence, mostly disguised compliance. Silence by guidance from conspiring connivance. Other aspirants of violence, terrorists I'm firing. Tritons and giants who hide, I'm sure and defiant. In environments of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, groupies, and hype men. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm non-client. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. Drill music for real. My soul they don't possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big mom says come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, or Big Mac, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Akichiwa.
What the goal of the billionaire class is to remake the world as a digital simulation, really, to digitalize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life, to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit and...
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work,
Numbers not enough.
you're left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats.
They pop in and jump out.
But
That means
when
they
the time
cowards.
comes,
I don't care
shoot
who they
it
are.
out in the middle of the street.
They're gonna get this work. They come back and watch it later because they haven't seen what I say. They're gonna wanna come back and hear it.
Just no moms,
So get your little bitch asses in here. Sit your ass still and maintain yourself.
Children's spirits are robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Barter system, irrigation, and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released for prison with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is a war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the Golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
There you go, Bubba. It's good, all right? One, out.
Nah, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. Survive. Yeah, push up.
I do it dance for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide down. Blue sky but high ground. A crown slash helmet. So my aircraft stealth spit. Cabby tied down like even sheep belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked that caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt it vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. The bust off on some ice and veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, use a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit, my flow's the shit. To a fly zone, haters wanna crucify. A real man, I still stand with the silver hand. But we're healer man, it's not Cypress Hill. I'm Tuttle Sheep, I'm one tough cookie. I don't follow, I set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, while I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm data space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. After it shaped the state, use a fake, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, spray the adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Sebastian Capera, or Fly Bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas Carol lies what your fans get. Your worlds and pearls what I transmit as a transcript, or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew, and everybody wants to get his own crew rich, and then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. And don't want to go for the pastor, and go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and crackers can't stand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
Listen to me, dumb niggas.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow, Mao, Big Mac, with the earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the sci-fi. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, I got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some ropes. Some of our folks are still dumb. Deaf and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real some warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Could've loaded in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the Aboriginals issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or wet. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, Big Mac, whether earth is bound or flat. We want our shit back. Ain't fool is nobody's speak. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, worship the other cheek. The wise man know by his silence. Mostly disguised compliance, science by guidance. From conspiring to knowledge, other aspirants of violence. Tyrants of fire, strides and giants through height. I'm straight and defiant.
I'm just gonna wait for about another 6 minutes. I don't really care. If you gotta go to church or you gotta go to synagogue or a mosque, I don't give a damn. Get going. What I'm gonna talk about, I invited anybody and everybody. It's not that they're not here. We know that the Jews control the narrative. The converts, and some of y'all call them reptilians, lizards, and stop calling them anything. Stop calling them things anything. All right? I'm finishing my platter for my 2 o'clock meal. It's only gonna take me a handful of seconds, but I want to see y'all come in and gather and sit your asses still. You saw I put 3 and it had gold singers. Each one of those videos were respectful. I even had somebody who wants to support me, sponsor me. I reached out to 2 others. They got to get back with me because obviously one of their people have been gone for 6 months overseas. And it's the final word on that. And it's Ryoko Tools. The other one, because I use a lot of their tools. And I'm about to buy some because I sold and I got rid of a lot when I go down to Tucson. Now, the other one is with this water filter. They say, oh, we'll get back with you tomorrow. Now, the other one is 2 other individuals. One's dealing with a red dot. Now, I don't want to get too big on the gun thing, even though I'm a 2A individual. The other one's is a law firm. Now, I don't care about them wanting to hide this, that, and other. I can talk without swearing and cursing. That is not the problem. Because there's many people who I know, a number of people who have their podcasts, they cuss and everything, they got green, dollar sign, this, that. It's because the little converts, the people who feel some kind of way, all right, are those who have an issue, are the ones who are doing it. So I showed you the post. They all should be green. And they say, oh, it's in for review. Like it means something to me. It don't mean a thing to me. It's what's wrong with them. They don't get it. And because I'm talking about, I'm not giving them no power. I need y'all to know this. You guys, even though it's not hardly nowhere near enough to what actually can be done, because you didn't help when I could have bought land for you at a quarter of the price it is right now. I could have bought well over 500 acres. Everybody could have been building, working together. And I chose not to. I opened the account. Y'all could deposit the money, but y'all, we'll get into that. But I want to see all your white folks and all your black folks, all your African, your Asian, your Hindu folks welcome to come in. You know I'll eat you up from the get up. All right? And all you other folk, Latin, Spanish, please come in, my Spanish brothers. And Native Americans, you can tip the fuck toe in the back as you should. And actually, I got my friend Dinshi in Mongolia. He wants to do a thing where he could talk to the Native American community because he says it's funny how a lot of people know over there, but nobody knows here. And these individuals got our bloodline all through them and a whole lot of other Spanish, and a lot of them are crypto and Sephardic Jews. Y'all don't know this. But regardless of that, we're going to shut some things down today. So white folk, please come in if you're not afraid. And I know y'all so smart and intelligent because you're giving us some fake white pass or whatever, some illusory of illusions. I don't care if you express whatever you think you are, or are. Come on in. Have a seat. All right? This ain't no Jane Elliott bull crap. Respect her, even chatted with her, but I asked her 2 questions. Why do you keep pushing the black and white thing? She said it very eloquently, because she has to change the narrative. Slow process, but she's still convicted to that. I'm here to dispute and break all that down.
In environments, I'm because I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, quarters, groupers, and hymen. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm non-compliant. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. Drill music for real. My soul they gon' possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big mistakes come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is found or whack. Here's a big thing. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, a big bang. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is found or whack. Here's a big thing. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, big bang. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Akichiwa.
Making
Shine shows for the conscious mind, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. I had a vision the past 9 year, 8 circulars round, created successful reality from a virtue now. How? Stand on my square cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezes that'll hurt you. They smile all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bras but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kittens while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw magic circle around me to keep me from harm. The law fast checks purposely will keep me calm. From that peace to a bomb, blow the joint and split the range, the plane, the centimeters. I've accomplished my inner demons, 490-degree angles, guarded by angel of shiny eating angels. Thank you, and I of course am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well at least I'm flying plain view. And in my circle, how I govern 4 corners, wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. How we call when bro and I spit flows, no man fly in the shell at Southampton, kept slow, stay high. Years later, he's the same degree, just gained density. Gave my synopsis, he's hostage. I prayed I could say I behave by logos. I raised my moral ground, way have my character, stay fly, the conduct squared up. Self-esteem, the day sky, new God on what the world's been waiting for. The day's not, may I then I don't abide by the same ethics. They fame respect, yet obtain the credit for keeping the obelisk erect. But strange, that's just but the epic of my name will reign and remain epic. Circumscribed by passions, my squares, my lift. Ask, is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rash spit, but the beach churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt, I cried, this kid, and then it tried to eclipse my soul, bounce back from it. Announce it, I'm done with being the sacrificial lamb. That jungle, I run it, thus the lion conquereth over this numbness. Made a conscious shift, even in darkness, the sun lit on you, false lights. Don't have to be gold to glitter. Actors with the parkers just for show, go figure you dig. Pounding you bad boy or gorilla. I'm built like a silverback with hella track, no illa mags than me. Masturbate her back, originally pretty. Take the mask off, 360 on my square. See the circle, if not your mask off. You promise, dash your soul. Your dialogue's trash talk, your past lost. Leave a footprints in the asphalt. You've an outline correction, last roll. I blast off, I crash off to the next zest of living. Sacredly sex some whose ass off. When she walked the ass off, I told back to it like who makes your Yanni sing. Her response, she dons me king. To who that gave me the script, my ops the prescription. This is my vision's description. Listen, I'm standing on my circulation me. I absorb your hate and make it work for me. Transform into fuel as I evolve. Advance this abnormal, dormant form and leave y'all right where y'all started at. Let me impart a fact. She'll be sitting in my ship as we chart the map. Thinking in destiny, the turtle and the hat. Acknowledge me as the circle and the square. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate, patriarch. Most social media saviors are fake marks. Once we make knowledge, one is when time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate, patriarch. Most social media saviors are fake marks. Once we make knowledge, one is when the rhyme and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my earth field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Jumped and curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown, chakra, core and heel. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, land or woman and child, resilient and all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to what they came. It's a peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beach and still a beach. Now feel the beach raft, rain fire on them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. destroy this de facto government and its problems. Establish Big Ma's house up. She may restore him a great matriarch. Whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors I fix. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face. Marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The legs host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is tall. My turn, take the risk and smash. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass. Plus rappers sacrificing each other for grips to their cash. Stash it, watch videos without the subliminals. Predictive programming weirdo. Sprung minstrel shows. The land's contaminated. Fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies I fry. Nuclear chemicals technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beasts and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will they spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, but she's the best part. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates this spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face. Marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face. Marks once we make knowledge one is when the right and bass rocks.
Oh my goodness.
I am exuberantly alive. Feel my pulse, y'all.
I'm on pace to the bag, I got a clear view. All the mistakes from my past, that's in my rear view. I see snakes in the grass, the hate is real big. Came from the bottom, kept it solid, I made them feel me. Watch you in your circle, all them juices on.
Can't play with that. Hold on, guys. Be right there. All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? Can't play that one. Hey, sample something that be copyright. I know that I've went over this a number of times. In pieces, spread out. And the only reason why, every day I watch war footage. It doesn't bother me, y'all. Don't get complacent. I talk to combat veterans left and right. War has been a part of my family all our existence. During when these Jews took over everything, Zionism came into effect. Before that, we were protectors. And it's not for you to sit there and speculate on your super intelligent. You think because you've been grafted and drafted and conditioned into being the top warrior, which none of you are. I know my family's history going way back. Many walks. How they say, many moon cycles and sun cycles. I'm tired of even calling them the sun and the moon. But anyway, that's irrelevant. That's not what they're called. You still have these individuals, and I see it now, the perversion of it. When you look at Stokely Carmichael and all those so-called Black Panthers that went to Africa, are you aware that they went over there and established and started teaching in schools, just like the French, the Dutch? Some of those Portuguese or New Zealanders of European descent, which is a false identity altogether. And yet you see them very individuals. It wasn't just the CIA over there. And these, but it doesn't matter the crayon color. I want to tap onto the crayon color in this land. But I want to also show you how a lot of you Pelicans are some of your own worst enemy. And this is not something new. This is something that's, well, until you're able to see it, until you find out, you'll probably be silent and won't be able to say anything. I don't mean because you're unable. I'm just saying you'll be in a place where it's unable for you to make the corrections. Here you have the chance. You Hindus, you're part of the problem. Not all, not all, but quite a bit of you, as well as the Chinese government, the military apparatus, and certain supporters, whether in fear or not. You know, I look back at the world's history, and I was the first one telling you that China and Japan and India and all them places didn't exist, just like Africa. All those are new constructs. So I look at these people pushing Africa, and me serving with people who are old and meeting people who are from the 1800s. They still didn't identify as African nor as the continent being Africa. A lot of separation. But they talked about hardships, the stories passed down, the travels. How does it get lost? Well, when you have the goofy monkey, we went over him, who was on the radio, pushing for the kill the cockroaches. That's not a first time. Just like the Khmer Rouge, after Vietnam, after how many the millions they murdered of teachers, scientists. That's going to happen. That's going to happen here. It's already a done deal. So all you scientists, teachers, and everything else, I feel bad for you, but you made a choice, and just because you're conditioned into something, just like the gay agenda, that was the ceiling on that was the witch call on the cap. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm not pushing none of this. I am making statements based on communication. If you're aware, then you're aware. If you're not aware, then so be it. I told y'all balance is going to happen. It doesn't mean that I said what was balance. It's going to happen. Okay? Now, every day I look at all these so-called people and I have no care about it. If you want to fight and die in the most gruesome ways to me, it's not gruesome. But people, as ascertained based on Hollywood movies, Friday, The Hills Have Eyes, and all those other, movies they got out that instills fear. Exorcism, this, that, and the other, to further push to the core religion, to say this is, like they live. This is a documentary. And most people don't really know what that means. All right? But they made you into white, when white never existed. I don't have to go into Franz Boas. I always go to him first. He's not the originator of it. He is one of the pro-champion eagle, hole-in-one eagle golf-playing individuals in it. And yet y'all still run with it. Every day I see some goofy, dumb, chemically lobotomized, foopy, big belly, no butt, light skins running around and attempting to antagonize people on a soil that particular soil that didn't belong them. That was autochthonous, melanated, regardless of what you believe. It's funny that when growing up in the 70s, there was no Mongolian Indian on the East Coast, and all of a sudden here they are claiming Seminole, this, that, and other. But when you go to the war that was carried out by FDR because he wanted to get rid of the history, that was his job. And he used certain melanated individuals who sold themselves, just like the ones who are entertaining you now, to go down and help get rid of them, to rewrite a new history. That's why you have certain people that can make $1 million and billions of dollars. Y'all don't really have a clue. But it's deeper than that. That's just subsurface. The real Seminoles that are in Mexico, you could say they're being whitewashed too. It is what it is, regardless. They were great warriors because they were able to defend off from those individuals who are married in now. And that there's still real Seminoles down there. All right, just like Chickasaw, my family. There were never no light skin, pale skin, Chickasaw the Choctaw. Never. But yet you see that right now. You see that perversion. But you don't see no light skins. This is what I'm talking about. You light skins call yourself white folk. You don't see them saying nothing. And yet your history always starts at 1492. With this fake Christopher Columbus, whose name was Hernandez Zarco. Who was it was probably 18 shades darker than he was, no probably. Napoleon was a Negro. It's like some of the original music, as we've written here. Y'all swear by punk, rock, heavy metal, country, bluegrass. You ain't create that. You ain't even make it better. Not at all. They put you in a position to be against us, and a lot of them people came over here murdering my people. But they murdered the light skins who were here, who were with us, family. But you imposters think that it's going to be an easy ride because you think you're trained up. I look at Russia and all them places, right, and I laugh because you know what they're doing with the so-called Africans. The immigrants, they're putting them in the battlefield to fight Ukraine, but they're not giving them appropriate training, even though they're training them in Africa. Most of those people came there for a better life. And they started making it. I have no respect for Putin either. Y'all don't get it because you don't see the big game. There's no Spetsnaz out there. They'd have ran over Ukraine like that. Y'all don't see what's going on because y'all are picking two sides of the fence, and I'm grateful for every one of you light-skins that run over to Ukraine and get dead because you choose not to listen to those who created from the first. Because you're caught up in the dichotomy of who created the Klan and everything else and broke this society, broke this country, and are breaking everyone else and about to who are letting the Chinese, you CIA and all of them are part of it, letting the China, all these mercenaries, these soldiers, it's not all the people. Why do you think so many people are over there for the last 20 years teaching English? So when you turn around and say, hey, and they talk to you perfect English, well, good English, you think that, no, that's now their second language. They're still from mainland, and they're, I guarantee you, because see what y'all don't know is most of the original people who would love to be here, who are fighting against that country, well, they're messing them up with that damn, what you call it, credit thing. There are lots of them, biographers, everything. They're destroying their stuff. I mean, we have the Uyghurs, right? Beautiful community. I always wanted to go and travel and meet them. But you see what they did to the last so-called mosque, which is not a mosque. All these religious things are not that. But it had the dome on it and the power things to pull in from the ether. Because if y'all know about Canton, you know about original China, they were all Romanesque ass buildings. They changed that because every politician all around the world, and they destroyed main ones in Africa. So y'all call Africa. But it's still everywhere. Wasn't no Chinese built, but they changed it. Either they built over the dome, because it's still a source of information and copper and gold yield. And they built around the ones that were there. And they made it look like this fancy Hollywood narrative. Oh, look at this, is Chinese, Peking temples, you know, all that. Oh, y'all didn't know that, huh? Oh, y'all just know, y'all know so much, but know so much about nothing. It's always us. Jane Elliott started doing what she was doing because a lot of our people were saying, look, you know, and she knew. She grew up in the time, you call somebody black, you thought, it didn't matter what you are. You can be of your own people and be ignorant coming out of jail, talking about you black, straight razor. Thousands of people in the grave because of that, even if they're on. And here y'all is thinking it's all right because in Africa you couldn't call nobody black because even I mean, come on, Muhammad Ali. Africans were allowed to eat in the restaurants, use the bathrooms, drink from the white water fountain. As long as they had their robe on, it always happens. Hundreds of pictures all over because we are different. And so all you light skins been following the Jews you say you hate, and most of the people, and I would say 99% of the people that run the Ku Klux Klans are these Jews. You don't believe me. Y'all have no idea how y'all have been sunk into a narrative that's a lie. Are you aware that original China was us and y'all? That there were always light-skinned people in Africa? Did you know that? You can't say Somalia and Ethiopia. There may be some history. It's meaningless to me. I love my Ethiopian brothers and sisters. Even they know we're different, but as long as we profess and claim something else because of these sellout traitors, black, Umar Johnsons and everything else, people are supposed to be intelligent, work with the feds, going through, learn how to see further, and you know what I'm talking about. The guy who wrote the next Emerald Tablet, right, book, Carlson, that was on Sean Ryan. These are the people that betray every one of you, light or dark, in betwixt. It doesn't matter. When I was sharing with somebody we invented a bicycle, he said, man, you crazy. Old 70-year-old pale skin. And his son said, no, Pop, you got to see this. And he looked at me and I said, I said, I wish you would say something. Your son wouldn't be able to stop me. I'd tear you from the rooter to the tutor. And he looked at me and he saw my face. And the way I'm saying is not the way it was. I get this thing about me. And I told him right there with his wife and everybody right there, I says, I wish you would say something. I'll tear you from the rooter to the tutor. And then I'll tear anybody. And his son even backed off. See, his son has a little insight. And he decided to look. He humbled himself for a second, trying to keep this fake little ego. That's the destruction of most of you. And he goes, well, hush, dog, I'll beat iron. You know, he attempted to play it off. I said, you ain't got to do all that. I'm not into entertainment. I don't care less, nor your dramatical fields of narratives. I know that you're a problem and you need to fix yourself. That's all I know, sir. Because his son let me know. That's why I said I wanted to meet him. And all these people were there. Some of them knew of me. Right here. Y'all don't get it. Y'all think that it's just this wonderful world. America's great. We're the most powerful because we got this one ship that's... Man, stop. The very people that is in control at the top could shut all that down, and y'all be out there, 1,500 man on an SSG for whatever the ship, with all these weapons, unable to operate and just be sunk. Go up, C-130, special forces dropping in. They already ran tests. They blow you out the sky and shoot you up, gather up the last bit of you, and do what they want with you. Y'all think you know everything and that you're just so badass when all you're running around on TRT and testosterone and everything else. Like, oh, well, most of the veterans, right, because of their training, if something was to go bad before nuclear holocaust, let's just say, all right, they are wolf preppers. They will take what they want because the majority of you have been listening to these monkeys. Who are these people to tell you what you should and shouldn't do? But this is the system that y'all sit there and ponder with. You're not supposed to go out there raving crazy and raising hell. All the mass shooters are psychotropics, or they've been on this testosterone and they call themselves a she, it, bit, bird, dog, cat, whatever. But you don't want to hear it. I mean, there's an adult girl living like a cat calling herself a furry, literally pooping in a litter box, eating out a bowl, crawling around the floor since the last 5 or 6 years. But you think it's all right. But you don't see where the unity is important because you still have Jews controlling a narrative of the most ignorant, dumbest pale skins that walk the earth in entirety. They've been used before. So it shows me you're not as intellectually intelligent as you proclaim. Now, my Latin brothers, Spanish brothers, why are y'all not bucking down on those ones running around creating problems? Y'all cowards. I looked at the police, the military branch that went out there and did the hit in Puerto Rico and gunned down those drug dealers. They said, oh, it was a drug dealer going back. I got people inside. It was the military police branch that went out there with 4 autos and laid them people to waste. Specifically. This happens everywhere, in case you didn't know it. Happens here in Chicago, LA. But now it's become a little more perverse. Why is all the produce and the food stuff like that coming from California that is not a place to grow? The East Coast, the fake East Coast and Midwest was where all the fruits and vegetables were grown. But now it seems like, oh, that's all changed. Because they want you to eat cricket powders and poop and continue feeding you from the stupid women of all sorts. Fetus, dye colors. And other things you have no idea about. You remember that video I showed you? I mean, I didn't show you. I couldn't upload it in here because they had to shut this channel down 1,000 ways to one. With them tall, dark-skinned people and light-skinned so-called Spanish people walking around chopping up all those Asian and light and Spanish people, carving their bodies up and processing them for meat. That building's in California. It's hidden. I didn't want to say nothing. Now y'all starting to get it. But y'all want to run around like your big hot wigs. I got magnificent, wonderful, beautiful Chinese, Korean, Japanese brothers and sisters I adore with all my existence. Like I do have my Spanish. If you want to recall these damn terms, I don't care. That's pretty stupid, but this is for identification purpose. I got Hindu brothers who man, let me tell you something. Y'all don't get it, man. I had this one Hindu brother, I had to get on him because he had a little problem, right? And he's like, man, you know, put his head on my shoulder. I says, it's cool, bro. Most people, they get a little fidgety about this, but I know where your heart's at because I can smell it. And I says, you straighten yourself out. So he came and knocked on my door. I think it was 4 days before T and Ganja got here, and then T. Last time they came, and with Omek, it was 2 days before that. And he came and he says, yo, man, I've been like 9 months clean. And I was like, yo, seriously? And he says, this is what I'm doing. I says, man, leave that crap alone. You make the choice. You speak power into power. If you want to do it, you're going to do it. You need to know that you don't. I mean, come on. You lost some weight. You look good. All right, I can't say his name on here because he kind of a white-collar worker. Between Phoenix, Texas, New Mexico, and LA. He's a Hindu brother. Dark as midnight, too, but a magnificent brother. And I used to be like, man, because he'd come in, I'd be like, clean your nose off, cuz. You know, he'd be like, see, y'all let the system create the hate. Why is they always pushing war movies and games, but they want to talk about trying to take guns, this, that, and the other? The fact of the matter, everyone out here who's a so-called patriot should have a missile, be able to fly a jet and everything else. But because this white and black nonsense, you ought to look at the feeble-minded Pelicans every time somebody melanated does something, but the Pelicans are doing it just the same. Jumping on people, kicking them in the head, knocking them into comas. You just don't see that unless you go over to X, used to be known as Twitter, and you see the stuff. Because some brothers who are ex-police are showing this stuff. They're actually putting stuff out there they probably shouldn't, and showing you that you people are just y'all are all over the place. And when I say you people, I mean you people. You want to separate yourself like you're something great. You didn't build the cities here. You didn't do a damn thing. Just like the Chinese didn't build the Great Wall, nor the city that was in China. Well, they're building that crap now. All right? Because nobody wants to know the truth. The only thing that's going to save a people is the truth. But everybody's so lonesome, living so petrified and magnificently, horrifully in the lie. I guess that's what it's supposed to be. Oh, there are things that exist. I don't have to give it power. And y'all are too dumb to know that you need to come together. You're too damn dumb. I'm not here to be caustic like a lot of idiots. Because some of y'all arguing, y'all push that stuff. $5 in, it's a real thing. There's 100 different things going on in the from the 1800s, late 18, early 1900s of all y'all buying identities. It's in the papers. So I'm not here to prove nothing. There's nobody can argue with me one way or the other. A lot of people say, well, you look Spanish or Indian. Hold up, we're the original damn people. What's wrong with you? It's because I got Dutch to marry to my family. Dark as midnight, except for one was light skinned. And the story behind him, Kaiser, was returning after everything went up in smoke over there. See, I know my family stories. That's right. On my father's side, the Chickasaw, we helped. They weren't called Chinese. Some of them, we brought them into the tribe, into the clan. They were right out there with us, guns and everything, fighting right alongside us. Now, some woo-wop happens, so what? So it's in the family. And the only one I can call is Ing. That's the only. And that goes back to a time of royal official, but that's a whole nother narrative. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have royalty every day walking around with the pants sagging up their booty, you know, getting pumped by some other dude, rubbing, scissoring each other, thinking it's all right because the food that got you there. You know, in Georgia, the gay thing in there is because of all the people that came out of Chicago, LA, New York, New Jersey, Texas. That's right. That's right. Kansas City, Nebraska. All them homosexual Negroes went to Georgia because it was growing and messed it up. Did it to Florida, but some of them cats, some Haitians, them Zoles, and them Jamaicans and them Cubans wasn't playing it. And they ran y'all behinds up out of there. I can prove it. And you light skins, y'all just got gay all the way through you, man. I don't want to hear it. I'm in school and everything in the military. Y'all always act all gay all the time. It's just in your genetics or something. You know, every time we had to knock people out when I was in the Navy, Marine especially, y'all just act like just all that. We ain't into that. Don't come up to me doing all that fancy woo-woo. It's one thing if you're doing stand-up comedy because the stuff is funny. But it's another thing when you're like, oh, cuz, no, but bros out here, what you doing, man? No, man. God, get up out of here. This is not hate. This is the truth. This is the truth. I know the truth is the worst thing you want to hear. I'm not telling the truth about everything that you know about. I'm not James O'Keefe and all these people. Showing you how perverse. It don't matter about the color. Them nigga homosexuals, James O'Keefe, they don't give a damn about none of you. I don't think they give a damn about their boyfriends. But you see it. They experiment with the food. Nobody knows better. So white folk, black folk, African folk, Asian folk, Spanish folk, Chinese folk, Korean, whatever the damn folk you want to call yourself. It's funny that every time I look at all the military aircraft and equipment, it resembles ours. Then I look at the people over here creating it. That war mentality. Warlike mentality. It's not a war. Or warrior. Then I look at all the clothing and the dressing. And I look at old pictures where we never were wearing ragtag anything. Except for the POWs that are literally in the Louisiana and the Mississippi Gazette and all those things from the 1700s, 1800s. There were no slaves. Then all of a sudden, somewhere around 1900, 1920s, all of a sudden, 1950s and 60s, we starting to get this slave narrative. I know some of you say, oh, I found something 1700, 1800 slave. Yeah, that was you pale skins getting off the boats in the millions. And all them babies after the reset, if you want to call it that. Testing some weapons they wanted to make more of, but they couldn't believe that we made those things. That's why they had to come to this land, to be able to harvest that material until they can go out and make the weapons to hold everybody off, to go out and harvest more of it. I know what I'm talking about. Our people want to go around picking up uranium and plutonium off the damn ground. That's why they had these Mongolians do it. Dying of cancer, not knowing what it was. Remember, we rebuilt the Capitol and every goddamn thing else. And then they do, only thing they know how to do in 1985 to move Philadelphia, show you what them goofy pale skins. The only thing y'all know how to do is drop and blow some shit up. And look at we so that's what it is. Take it personal when I say that, because you ain't making it better or correcting. Now they're gonna sack you because you were obedient and you did what they needed, dummies. And we got to suffer right along with you because we got these sellout Negroes, in these so-called schools. Remember, I told you I went at a couple of professors, and I told them, well, just come to the gym, man. We get on the mat. I'm like, y'all got 20 years under me. Like, I'm 20 years older than y'all. Y'all can whoop me up. No, we seen you fencing and jiu-jitsu and that. Don't matter. Y'all learning it too. Y'all powerful. But yeah, you the guy that walk around here and teaching Samoan bone breaking. We don't want none of that. Don't worry about it. Anyone can win. I'm not in the win or lose. I'm in the lessons. Then I get students coming to me, yo, check it out. They're actually changing the curriculum in that class. What did you do, Red? I ain't do nothing. I talked to a few deans. They couldn't stand with an old guy in their 40s and 50s going to college, sitting around all these young the whippersnappers who got nothing but life. They can't wait to destroy that life and make you, all we need is another brick in the wall, blah, blah, you know, Pink Floyd and all that other stuff. And that's what they're getting. They can sense and hide all they want. They ain't stopping nothing. Because they're cowards. Y'all just don't know that because they got you in it. Y'all are feeding enough energy to them. They got a little monkey over here. I had the nerve to look out the window. I'm way over here. Don't know that I can smell them. I can smell them 5 miles away. I ride around and some of my boy riding when we going red. I'm right there. And he's like, and then a week later, he goes, how'd you know that? I'm like, yo, man, everybody think it's a game, okay? But are we in the time of revealing things, aren't we? So all you people holding on to these crayon colors and these so-called identities and everything else, you're friggin' idiots. Every one of you are stock raving mad. Every one of you are stock raving mad. Actual avocado I can smell. Oh. You know what that's like? You know what it's like? Just to actually pick an avocado up and go like this from your face and smell it from here. And the fan's blowing this way, right? And smell it. I want to sing some opera to it. And I'm going to show you what I made. This is for It's for later on. This is my second meal. I haven't even had my first meal. First one is going to be the avocado cachava and seaweed. This is shrimp, broccoli, real broccoli grown on the res in my farm, y'all. I'm surprised. Yes. Anyway, that they were still growing stuff. They were having a hard time. I says, because the corn, they didn't water enough, so it was kind of long in my farm. Corn I sold at the thing. And they were like, because I wanted to put the blue and black corn and red corn in it with this. This is semolina pasta, Moroccan olive oil, the best in the world, cold press, shrimp, caught by, and netted. I was surprised they had shrimp. They're like, "Red, the shrimp, man." I was like, "I'm coming, man. Look, I need to come back in about an hour and a half. It ain't gonna take one cast, man. I cast one time, and I got a whole thing frozen shrimp. Like, oh." And broccoli, the original. See, everybody thinks that the big broccoli. No, broccoli is a little tiny thing. Even though we created it, and that's what this is, with sea salt flake and cayenne and about 6 chopped up cloves of garlic. Anybody, Dr. Stevie was losing his mind. Garlic is still good for you. I don't care what anybody says. So I need that to cool off before I throw it in the fridge. Just wanted to give you a little intermission in case you had to go and do the little tinkle boy and girl thing. Now, if people want to get into the math, the economics, the residual of this black and white thing, we could do that. You want to debate? We'll set up a platform and we could debate our ass off. Because I'm tired of listening to stupid ass media people, this, that, black, white, and they're so full of themselves. Don't talk about this Carson and that. And I don't want to hear about all these goofies. They don't have a clue about real history. Not at all. Then when a real Indian comes on the block, it's a whole nother narrative. A real one, and it's like, wait a minute. Not all your brothers, but some of you are hemmed up with some other brothers from other places. But it's a beautiful thing because they just returned. So it's no problem. See, the enemy created the 3 races, then created the 5. You remember how that happened, right? I did a video on it. I figured some people would take notes. Anyway, that was the embarkment for disembarkment of a unity into disloyalty. So if you want to go and say stuff, say things that's going to be prudent and hold with strength. Don't go talk to some monkey who's got enough people to follow him and going, yeah, amen to that, yeah, brother, stay away from that idiot. If they want to be fools, let them be fools. But if you go in there, make sure when you say something, it's not based upon your emotions or your feelings. That is on your Rolodex, and you stand on it. And you're grounded. Because you know when a woman and a man copulate and connect, do you know what's supposed to happen? That is like being rooted and blossoming. Now what we get is the men and the women, a little tiny thing where you shouldn't have slept with them in the first place. That means that pollen and that what you call wasn't meant to come together, dummy. But because we live in the world we live in, I'm not pulling no punches. This is what's happening. Okay? Some of y'all in wrong relationships now, but because it's working out for some reason, you stay there, not realizing what you're really doing to yourself, hindering yourself for the return trip. You're going to disembark when the time comes, until the time comes when all that's gone. But you're going to disembark and you're going to catch yourself. But you're not going to remember. Because they're going to be sitting here with catcher's mitt. Are y'all aware that in the 50s, in the 60s and 70s that, and I learned this from a doctor, you can research it. Don't take my word for it. It's not medical misinformation or anything. I deal with doctors on the golf course and gun range. And good friend of mine, he says, are you aware that in the 60s, 70s, he was a doctor then. He's about 78 years old. And he says, he's 80. Actually, he's 82. He said, we had this thing that if a black baby came in and a white baby, we had inoculations. We had this for the blacks and we had this for the whites. I don't know how true that is. I studied medicine. I don't know. Y'all research it and tell me. What do you think was going on? I mean, Tuskegee was not the only thing. The prisons of Sing Sing, Rikers, and Alcatraz, and all the other ones. All those experiments that have been it's not made up. even right now. I told you, ladies, if you got nieces and nephews and daughters, or if yourself is pregnant, I love seeing the brothers now these days get the ambient, what you call a sack, and they carry it with the woman, with the baby, and they want it to stay connected. And the hospital doctors, we don't care about procedures and protocol. That don't mean shit to us. Because seeing that amniotic fluid of a healthy woman, that thing is supposed to be used up completely to have a baby. The first thing they want to do is cut it, and they take it and they start getting all the stuff, stems and everything else, so they can use for these old rich bastards. And they find a way out how to further do some bad things to you. So we're starting to see a lot of brothers saying, not today, nigga. No CPS, no child sacrifice, and this, that, and the other. And they're making sure they know where these people live at. My advice to y'all CPS workers and stuff, a lot of chat out there. I would get out of that job and go flip burgers at one of them McDuff's, Burger Kill, or Taco Hell, or Chick-fil-A, or Kentucky Fried Chicks, and all them other places. Or Lo Mein, Dim Sum Sun, them restaurants that's serving crap, not authentic. But yeah, that's what he told me. I was like this. I was like, well, how do I broach upon it? How do I mention it? It doesn't mean it's good for the so-called white folk either now. You just need to know that. I was like, man, you keep just dropping tea on me, so I thought you probably knew that one. Man, I don't know everything. And y'all live vicariously weird than a mole, man. I had an idea something was bad happening. I always told that light skin and dark skin, all babies, the sac should remain connected until it dry up and wither. Well, until it becomes this very leather-like. If you got it in the air and everything, it won't mold and get bad. But you keep it with a wet, moist towel, and you keep the baby connected to it. The baby won't want to breastfeed, but it might want to suckle. When that thing is empty, the women will still be producing milk. You just let your man massage it. Ain't nothing wrong. He can drink on it. He can get it going. Some of you might be wet nurses and not even know it. That it's meant for you to do it all the time, because during healing times with frequencies, the breast milk was the number one thing to go to, not stem cell. I know what I'm talking about. I just know what I'm talking about. And that's for all people. And the Chinese who can't sweat because they're missing a gland, you might want to tap into what the experiments on that land and why that is so. That's not a good thing, because now your liver is getting all that beaten. Ergo, why there's so many liver kidney transplants and so forth. But anywho, I'm not here to get into that filth. I just want to, y'all research that and see what you find. I was hitting the head when he's 82. I thought he was 78. 82 years old. When he told me that, I was like, man, and I got a bad back. I'm just trying to do things to strengthen my wrists and make sure my knee don't, if it ain't going well, I'll just go, They got where you can go on the vending machine now and get knees and ankles. Anyway, because I always like playing golf. Anybody knows me from the Navy. Well, it didn't matter wherever I was stationed at, up north, whatever. I would always go skeeting, trap shooting, and playing golf. It was just a magnificent thing. It's fun. Y'all either going to come together and y'all going to start holding people accountable. There are more and more light skins, pale skin, light skinned people who are telling the truth. No, the original Indian is the Negro. And then I don't mind them saying that way. I don't mind them at all, because you gotta remember, they used to be identified as cracker, which means saltine, kind of white but not brown. And I think that was a magnificent thing that they were willing to admit it. There's hundreds of recorded, well, you probably can't see them all, but there's a few you can see where they identify as crackers. No bad word. Now we got melanated people who identify as nigger, and that's just. And I was the first one to speak about the Digger Indians. Nobody else did, because there was no YouTube and AOL. There was none of that around when I was on the ship. Did y'all know about the Digger Indians? And I had a brother who was like, what? And he told me he was chopped up from Louisiana, from Mississippi. Good friend of mine. And he was like, tall too. He's like, damn, brother. He always was around me, man. Because, I'm Chickasaw, Chata, and I can speak some of the language. Right? So it was a beautiful thing. And he said, what's the Digger Indian? I said, man, you better research it. And so, you know what? They had more information about the Digger Indian in England than they did over here. I was like, wait a minute. See, this is what I'm talking about. Don't nobody want to have that conversation, debate. Nobody want to do that. I always say I'll debate my equal. There's no equal. I'm a James Baldwin your ass if you step up to the plate. I don't care who he is. Care what your platform, your little followers, your little ego. The first thing I'm gonna destroy is your mindset. Then I'm gonna dig into your pocket and I'm gonna be like the worst form of lynch you just can't shake out and get rid of. And seeing how I already had control, because you can't. Then I'm gonna tap dance. I'm a Sandman Crothers and sweep your ass off the stage. I'm not even pulling out the tiny guns. Fuck like you ready for the big guns. Anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time to hear. I see a lot of people are cowardice around the world instead of coming in and saying hi and greetings. Except for all beautiful people in Hawaii, a couple of brothers and sisters in the UK, but all the rest are just looking because they're looking for something. Or welcome yourself on in next time. Speak. They ain't ready. Let me get off of here. Hour and 15 took up too much of my time, even though half hour was music. Okay? And if you didn't watch it, I was able to actually watch all 6 hours and some change. Kiyomiya went in on you fake ass watch it tomorrows, whatever you want to call it. That sister did y'all a dirty one. She's another Stokely Carmichael on the whole loose of them. I don't even want to mention that worthless Negro who there's a handful of them. All right? Well, the one that died finally, that shot the shotgun. All right? Into Malcolm's chest. I'm grateful every time one of y'all's light goes out. I'll see you. Anyway, let me go ahead and get off of here. First, let me shout out everybody that came in here. And you can still donate, motherfuckers. Don't be simps. Don't be a little cowardice. Don't have a problem with throwing a little change here and there. All right? So right now we have our brothers 1890 something in there. I took the other and put it over into the account. Like I said, I was going to go ahead yesterday, or I might this evening. I'll wait until Monday or Tuesday to order some books and let y'all know which ones I'm ordering. But you can still donate. I'm still always going to buy books until they stop wanting to play dumb. All right? And if I get the sponsors... Okay, there we go. If I choose to. Okay? Because I'm not here for the money, like I said. The fiat. We can keep the dollar, too. You know that, right? But most of the people are so busy listening to the enemy and dumb white and dumb pale-skinned folks and sell out Negroes, excuse me, and worthless ass Chinese agents and spies who don't know what they're doing to themselves because they're too stupid to know better, and a slew of others. All right, I'm not going to go in further say anything on that level. So y'all know exactly where I stand, and y'all are seeing what the truth is. You dig what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and shout everybody out. Those who took the time and politeness and dignity to come on in. Ganja, original Lone Wolf. What's up, beloveds? My baby old Slaughter. What's up, beloved? Triple A Ike. What's happening? You already know, beloved. Alicia and Cooper. Old Mac. What's going on? You already know. Warren Jefferson. Whatever one is she? What's going on? Sinelli and Carrie B. What's going on? How you doing, beloved? Marcus Williams. All right. It's good to have you up in here. Alicia and Cooper. It's good to see you guys. I know many people will be talking and read. I'm going to get what I got to say and say it. And then most of the time I can't see y'all anyway. And then I got to hit the all chat. You know, they don't, whatever. And that's how and then I tap on the screen and there y'all pop up. Please smash it. I appreciate it, honey. Hey, baby, there's my girl. What's up, mama? You working? Because I know you ain't going to stay in here if you're working. Max B, what's up, beloved? Didn't all live. Kansas City, I know they didn't all live. Well, I appreciate it, beloved. Jay Davis, what's up, beloved? Yo, Jay Davis be getting that electronic work in, y'all. He hush, he ain't saying much, but he trusted me when I tell you. Homeboy be doing that shit too, y'all. We gotta, let me tell man, I ain't gonna say nothing else, man. Nah, I ain't saying nothing else. And he in Texas. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. We got a squad. And y'all so busy focused on the Dre and Snoops and all these other P. Diddlers and everything. Man, y'all don't, man, come on, man. West Side, where you at, cuz? Anyway, I ain't crying for you. I'm just saying, beloved. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know, man. No, they do not know our true history. No, they don't. And the ones that do, they want to remain ignorant of it, like it's going to change something. Transplants in the black market, talk about it. Good day to you too, Carrie B. T. Hines, what's going on? Who had there? What's going on, beloved? You already know. Anyway, let me get up off of here. Appreciate the ladies and the brothers. You already know what time it is. And if any of them come and they say they want to say something, they want to have a debate, well, we could get it cracking. Okay, because I'm tired of all these so-called A-listers stuff. Okay, A-lister, so-called people in the industry, like industry, make it make. All need is another brick in the wall, like a hole in the head. That's what it's talking about. Anyway, appreciate y'all. If you don't know, it's $ uppercase I, Indian, INDIAN, JIM. All right. Okay. 1. So that's in case you want to go ahead and hit it up. Anyway, let me get off here and go and make my cassava. So it'll be 12 o'clock. I have my first meal, which, like I said, it's gonna be cassava, avocado, some seaweed. I like the seaweed and get a little bit of iodine because I'm not eating a lot, so I still need the iodine. Go out here, be in the sun for at least. You ready, Bubba? That was over here. He's up in his cat house. Go out here and get in the sun for I do about 30 minutes exercise with dumbbells and my 100-pound chain, got my knee brace and everything, and then a half hour just sitting in it with my shirt off, just letting the sun soak up, and then come back on and get I got 1 bag of ice. I didn't pick up another bag of ice. Get the cold water and soak in the cold water for about 5, 10, 15 minutes. Get dressed up and then come back on and we'll read. I'm gonna read another part of the Science of the Sacred Secretion. I'm not gonna introduce the other book yet, and we'll get into the other books to keep it going. All right. So until then, let me get myself a grip and go and get these minerals and vittles into me, and I'll see y'all later. I got to make some more sea moss too, so I might do that. I might show y'all how to make a ginger flavored sea moss or goji berry. We'll see. I was looking into it because I've never seen goji berry. I don't know how long that will last because, like I said, when you make sea moss, don't make a whole lot because you're gonna have about 10 days to consume it, before it starts growing some kind of mold or something. You can freeze it, but it depends on if it's real sea moss. All right, and I still like moringa powder in mine. So until then, I'll see you guys. All right, so y'all have a grand day.